Can a wildlife sanctuary be ethical if they're breeding animals? This is actually really complicated to answer. In general, the goal of an ethical wildlife sanctuary is to have as few animals in captivity as possible. This means breeding should be prevented, and if a sanctuary doesn't have some form of contraception in place for their long-term residents, I'd be really confused as to why that is. The exception to this may be for endangered species that are being bred for release. This means that the facility doing the breeding has established release protocols in place, not that they hope someday maybe it might happen. Here are some examples of questions that I would ask a sanctuary that has any kind of breeding program in place. Are these animals going to be released? And if so, when? Do you interfere with the breeding or the raising of young, or are these animals left to their own devices? How do you ensure that the released population will remain genetically diverse with your breeding program? And what protections or monitoring is done with the animal post-release? Any sanctuary running a breeding program should be aware of how complex it is and have confident answers for all these questions. If they don't, that's a red flag.